before.
You
And I'm
look
like,
much better.
and
You
I'm
look like
like,
my daughter.
we can
record,
pivot.
everyone's listening.
What the fuck? I have a farm D, but I don't use it. And because of you, I used to lead with it because that was ego, that was insecurity. I had to say I'm educated, but now it's not anywhere because it doesn't matter, right? What matters more is that I pivoted, that I do a podcast out of my daughter's tent in her room, her 3-year-old tent. Like if you can get the visual. So just start. Start.
One,
right?
Of course I remember, because anytime there's a scenario where somebody wants to meet me and the husband says, we have way more famous people than you coming through here every single day, and this is the only person that my wife has ever wanted to meet, it is something I will always remember, especially when it happened 2 times, because it took a couple at bats to make this happen. Number 2, yeah, you're young as fuck.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
Everybody who's listening right now, just because you're a 3 and 5-year-old and you're 51 because you started having kids late because you did a great career, or you were ambitious, or you're doing your thing, or didn't find love, or didn't want to, or whatever fucking reason, you're 51 and a 3 and 5-year-old and you're like, oh shit, it's going to take me another 15 years and I'm going to be 66, or 68, or however old you are before I am like, they're off to school.
No.
If I, first of all, no, to your point, you'll take care of that. I'm going to go a different place. 68 gives you 20 years to do shit. I don't know what else to say. I don't know why people think, like, it's crazy to me that I'm this Pied Piper that is, like, surprising people. Like, why don't people talk to 68-year-olds who are just starting businesses? Why do people not talk to 68-year-olds who just got out of a 40-year marriage and they got divorced because they never really liked each other, but they did it for the public, for their kids, and you watch those 2 68-year-olds then go live life for 20 years and enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
Like, aren't there a bunch of 40-year-olds right now listening who know that their mom's super unhappy and they didn't want their parents to divorce because there was stigma, but they can't believe a year later that they ever imposed that feeling towards their mom, and they wish their mom did it fucking 40 years ago? Like, aren't people actually living?
Yes.
Like, and so for me, the one great gift I was given, for sure, is I'm willing to talk about truth because I'm not worried about judgment. When I say everything I just said, I don't care about the comment in your podcast thread that says, he's delusional. Easy for him to say because he's a guy. Or whatever the easy thing to say about what I say is, I want to get to the heart of the matter issues, because to your point, the reason you almost cried, or you did do it because it takes somebody to say the truth to start a process. It takes somebody to say the truth to start a process, whether that is some of the incredible things that we put humans on a pedestal for, Martin Luther King, Gandhi, or something that will never be known about a family of 5 in Iowa where the grandfather was dying on the bed and whispered something to his daughter, and that changed the trajectory of bad generational behavior in a family because she actually got inspired, changed the way she raised her kids, which created a flow underneath and eventually liberated that family's dynamics of their framework.
So a few years ago, you've always talked about entrepreneurship, it's never cool like it is now.
Yes.
And then now you're like, ooh, self-awareness.
Yes.
Because not everybody's made for it, and it should be.
Yes.
If I'm listening to this, how would I know if I'm cut out for this? Like the market dictate?
Yeah, 100%. Okay. That's what's great about my framework, I think, which is like no stigma and losses. Go and try, and a year from now, if nobody's listening to this podcast, you're like, okay, either I have to do something drastic.
Yeah, 1,000 people already.
That's a lot. No, really, it's a lot.
I know. I'm so thankful.
Back to the point for your audience, not directly to you. If you're listening right now, if you go and try to start a direct-to-consumer meal business, or a podcast, or an Instagram account around your passion of surfing, as a stay-at-home mom, which is kind of like actually your truth, but maybe not something everyone's thinking about, the market will tell you, don't listen to your stupid husband, don't listen to your mom's historic point of view, do your thing, and then guess what? Either you're going to be right or they're going to be right. But when they go, nah, we were right, that was a stupid idea, know that that's going to hurt a lot less than being 84 and never trying in the first place.
Absolutely.
And more importantly, when mom and your husband go, nah, tell them to go fuck themselves. Serious.
Yeah.
I'm being dead serious.
No,
allowing people's opinions to dictate your behavior has to stop. It has to.
You know where the guilt comes in? I used to bring in a lot more money than I do now.
Great.
And we feel it. And so I'm like,
money is dick
I
shit.
know, I know.
And so sorry that
I'm
you
with
guys
you.
can't buy a
I'm
crystal
with
vase
you.
or a better vacation.
I'm with you.
Well, listen, you and your partner have to make that decision. Like, what? Like, cool, you brought in more money, but you're less happy.
Exactly.
Either you and your husband can wrap your head around that, or you can't, and both of that's fine.
No, we're working through it.
Sure,
Yeah.
but I have empathy for that.
Yeah.
But like, we have to, as a society, put happiness over money.
Absolutely.
Like, what? Were you gonna hide your unhappiness with another fucking fur coat, or like an extra trip, or like a more expensive nanny, or like, or what other guilt cliche things do we want to go into? Your kid can't go to the sleepaway camp that everybody else. Like, what? Like, we need to get insular, and like that makes sense. I understand why you're dealing with that. But what were you supposed to do? Be poisoned inside for the rest of your life?
Right. No, and so we have the runway, but a lot of women don't have that runway.